The government has announced a plan to scrap regional councils and give mayors more power to make decisions. The intention is to strip out duplication in local governments and drive down costs. But critics say it's unfair on the recently elected councils. Political correspondent Zane Small reports.
It was no secret to Environment Canterbury that the axe would soon swing.
They are living in the knowledge that we have RMA reform coming and that there will be significant changes landing upon us.
After all, Regional Development Minister Shane Jones made no secret of his disdain for regional councils.
Folks, we cannot have a system of regional local government in New Zealand that refuses to rapidly allocate resource consents to drive growth.
This afternoon, the threats came to fruition.
Today we are announcing our proposal to replace regional councillors and force local authorities to develop plans to run their regions more efficiently and effectively.
The government wants to get rid of the 11 regional councils across the country and hand over the power of regional decision-making to groups of mayors.
Our proposal replaces regional councillors with a combined territories board made up of mayors who Kiwis who have already elected.
Tough luck for the dozens of elected members of regional councils, including Environment Canterbury.
We've just received the announcement from the government, and I really want to start by saying that I feel for all of my regional council colleagues across the country who have just been elected just 6 weeks ago.
Te Uru Kahika, the collective voice for regional councils, commissioned an independent report from Castalia into the functions of regional authorities that was published last week. The report says regional councils oversee biosecurity, civil defence, environmental management, public transport and maritime navigation. And it concluded that current allocation is mostly fit for purpose.
I think it was a bit of a preemptory attempt to get ahead of this, but it's a little bit late because the decision was made a couple of weeks ago.
We need to make sure that accountability, that localism and that local voice is transferred through to anything that happens into the future.
There's a range of things that regional councils do. And so the combined territories board, the board of mayors, would take over those functions.
The new combined territories boards would also be required to develop so-called regional reorganisation plans.
They must support national priorities like housing and infrastructure, offer financially responsible arrangements that keeps rates manageable, and deliver better services at lower cost.
It will be a challenge for local government, already under the pump with so much reform on our plates, to pick up the additional workload if that's the direction that comes from this consultation.
But the coalition is not satisfied with local performance.
The government's belief is that local government has lost the social licence and that New Zealanders have lost faith in local government.
And so central government is calling time on regional councils.
OK, Zane, big changes coming, it looks like. What's the timeline for these reforms?
Well, these are just proposals at this stage, and even if they go ahead, they probably wouldn't come into effect for a few years. The government is now seeking feedback from the public on these proposals, and the consultation will be open until the 20th of February next year. By March, the government hopes to make some decisions, and then they want to introduce legislation to Parliament before the election. But then, of course, the government has the task of being re-elected, so there's still a lot of water to go under the bridge. And the announcements won't stop here. We're told that in the coming weeks, the government will make an announcement on potentially capping local rates. So watch that space.
OK, I'm sure you will be across that for us, Zane. Thanks so much.